Hi everybody, this is Gary, the vegan carburetor, exposing diet and health bullshit on the internet for 7 years. Today's video continues the Liver King scandal. Liver King maintained that he never took steroids.
Said he alluded that you're on steroids or something like that?
Yeah, number one, I don't do it.
The question has always been, do you take steroids? Do you take PEDs? The answer to that is no. I've always told the truth. I still tell the truth.
If they're taking steroids and they want to get up to 1,400 or 1,500 or whatever it is, guess what? You can do the same thing with the 9 ancestral tenets. And if you do the 9 ancestral tenets and you're living this way...
Shit.
The 9 pillars of health and sustainability, or whatever the fuck it is, like liver and testicles and drinking blood, and like it's a gimmick.
You can only double down it for so long until you crash yourself.
Some guy who was coaching him, and they emailed each other back and forth, talking about his steroid use and what he's been doing. And the coach ended up exposing the Liver King by putting those emails online, showing that he's defrauding a whole bunch of people.
Yes, I'm on steroids.
Guess what? You can do the same thing with the 9 ancestral tenets.
He's a fake piece of shit liar that made everyone eat balls and raw meats, poisoning people.
After the Liver King was exposed for lying and defrauding people, it seems like most people did turn against him, but there were some prominent people who defended him after this. I covered Paul Saladino in a previous video, and that Johnny Shreve guy.
Part in this whole witch hunt. It's a witch hunt, let's be serious. Everybody, Liver King, okay? Liver King sent to Derek, or sorry, a coach who doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But here, check out this 19-year-old, new in the carnivore meat community. His channel name is Carnivore Camaraderie. If you haven't heard of him yet, you will soon. Seems to be totally brainwashed into this cult. Listen to how his cognitive dissonance twists everything around.
So this video is going to be on the Liver King. As most of you probably know, he recently has been shown to be not natural. He was exposed in a video by More Plates, More Dates. And this has been very controversial as far as how we should go about looking at Liver King since he's been exposed. Personally, I've been a fan of him all along. I think...
Wow, look. Yeah, brainwashed by scammers, liars.
I think he's great for humanity, right? He's promoting a primal message.
Just man. The guy's getting people to eat raw animal organs and hurting their health. Just amazing.
But in this video where he gives his confession, I'm just going to react to it and talk about Liver King a little bit.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous. And
I believe him. I believe that he was really, really rich before social media and that his businesses were doing very well. In which case, the fact that he actually went public about this whole Liver King thing and became famous is pretty admirable, because being famous is not that good. If you're rich and you're anonymous...
I've got to go back and hear that again.
The fact that he actually went public about this whole Liver King thing and became famous is pretty admirable. Being famous is not that good. If you're rich and you're anonymous...
Some people really want to be famous. And look at the famous people. They don't ever go away. They don't retire. They feed off it. They need the attention. It's a very common trait with sociopathic people, in which Liver King appears to be one.
That's way better than being rich and famous. He can't go anywhere.
And take like Elon Musk and other super rich people and Donald. These people could have remained out of the public completely and just been rich, lived a good life, but they wanted to be famous because you get bored of money and you need something else. Fame, power.
He can't go anywhere without being recognized. I mean, his life is probably...
He could shave. If he took off his hat and shaved his facial hair and put on a shirt, he would just look like some average, bald, middle-aged guy.
Worse now than it was before, but at least he's helping people. I think it's really commendable and it's really selfless what he did. He's helping millions of people.
Just unbelievable. Oh, no. Just unbelievable, dude. Talk about doubling down and tripling down.
A lot of people think he's just a charlatan or he's trying to spread this message so he can make more money. I don't think so. I think the Liver King is genuine. I think he really wants to help people. And if you know anything about him, you know that his kids were, nearly dead, and he started researching understanding the primal lifestyle and how reverting to nature would be the way to heal his children.
You can see in videos his whole family does not want to be eating these things that they are made to eat in these videos. No reason to watch any more of this. It's going to be the same crap. It's like I said, I predicted right. This guy triples down in a way that's just ridiculous. What about all this guy's followers? Joey, he purposely concocted this whole thing to gain social media followers. He talked about making viral videos, extreme attention-getting stuff. He was rich before this. It's pretty clear how you could just get so popular in such a short time. It's with money. He put his money into it. Advertising. Oh, look at this. Here, someone is calling Joey out here. This is far and away Joey's worst take so far. He didn't accidentally stumble into fame. That's what he was going for. And his family, putting his kids on camera. My BS meter went off loud when I first saw him. Even the apology was a lie and not an apology. Yeah, he just doubled down on, well, I did it for a good reason. Liver King helping people. That is a laugh. Selling overpriced supplements. I have to disagree with you on his motivation. No, it's not a disagreement. Joey's purposely choosing to turn a blind eye. He needs everything to fit into the narrative of meat. As if humans are carnivores. It has to fit. He has to be a good person. But these same people here that turning against the Liver King, they won't put two and two together and put Joey together with the Liver King as both being frauds and just doing damage control. These people want to believe so desperately. That's why we have the carnivore community. Thank you, Joey, for your empathetic perspective. It's not empathy. It's excusing someone who did something bad. It's reminding me of politics again, with the way people act. He walked it back when he talked about suspending the Constitution, the attack on the Capitol, put it all together. Oh, someone mentioned Saladino here. He and his buddy, Paul Saladino, seem to have the intent to damage the carnivore community. See, this is what the carnivore community will do. Oh, it reminds me of the Yay guy. Oh, he set me up. He tried to fuck me. Yes, that's what they'll do. See, same thing. Diet community, politics is the same. And diet is political. This is all political. This diet is because they want to believe something, and so they're pushing a certain diet. It's not about health. They want to feel good about eating meat, and they want to own the vegans.
You guys care that much. If you took his supplements, Tudka and milk thistle and protein powder, if you...
Okay, there's no reason to keep watching. This is just a completely and utterly logically inconsistent position. Doesn't care how Liver King lied to sell snake oil. Does care that his coach lied about a confidentiality agreement that they may or may not have had.
I don't care that he's on a bunch of steroids.
Johnny Shreve is a Christian. I don't know how he could claim he doesn't care if he's lying. Lying violates, I think, the 10 Commandments.
Whoever released his emails, I hope he sues the shit out of him.
I'm embarrassed and ashamed because I lied and I misled a lot of people.
I believe him. I
misled a lot of people.
I hope Brian Johnson sues the fucking shit out of anybody.
Because I lied.
I believe him. I believe him. I
don't care that he lied about it or potentially lied about it. I don't give a rat's.
Christian wishing harm on other people who expose bad behavior. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy owns a red hat. Almost all these huge YouTubers and social media influencers are all scammers. I was one of the first people to spot this trend in that most people get popular because they're scammers. That's how you get popular. And I was warning people 6 years ago to watch out for this and don't fall into it and become part of this cycle. I called it hate watching way back before anyone was using that term. I think I made that term up. Like when you watch something just because you don't agree with it.
How many hours of sleep do you get every day? My sleep is not great. I go to sleep no problem, but wake up a lot from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
I can tell you why his issue's sleeping. One, he eats way too much meat.
Okay, this guy, and I watched the video, and I read the email, the confidentiality in the email, man. It's like, you want to send out like the cycle? Don't send, like, come on, like the other stuff.
Over here on the screen, that is Paul Saladino, also known as Rat Boy, a former business partner of the Liver King and fellow carnivore. Paul Saladino has made a video about it. I guess he's got some explaining to do. You could say he's caught in a trap here, like a mouse trap. It reminded me of a song that is on this album from the early 80s, all about video games. And there was one video game, I guess it's called Mousetrap. Mousetrap, Cash was the bait.
Won't somebody help me before it's too late? The hawk is upon me and the cat's coming too.
Rat Boy's caught in a mousetrap.
What will I do? Mousetrap.
Okay, so what will he do? See how he tries to scurry out of this mousetrap.
I've known Brian for 5 years, long before his social media presence began. He's a good human.
I don't know about that, man. It's not normal conversation to call people good people. I think it's protesting too much. You're projecting that maybe he's not. Maybe he's not.
At his core.
And at his core.
Steroid revelations, which appear to be true.
It should have appeared to him to be true when he first looked at this guy.
The most common question that I'm getting asked now is, didn't you know, Paul, about the steroid use?
Yes. So he didn't know. So he can claim ignorance that no one ever told him.
The answer is no. But on multiple occasions when I challenged him with this, I was...
Challenged him with this? No. You asked him the question, do you take steroids? Just like everyone was asking the question. And what was Liver King's response? It was my last video. Yeah, he loves the question. Yeah, because it's another chance to lie, which got him attention.
Talk to us about, whether you use performance-enhancing drugs or steroids or anything to get this physique.
Listen, I love this question. And it's done more to lift the Liver King brand and message than any other question.